Hello, everyone. This is Project 24. I'm your host, Adrian. Today's Friday, man. Happy Friday, everybody. Friday morning here, just chilling at home. Feeling all right today. Yeah, but let's get right to it. There's a lot of things I want to cover today. A lot of, been pretty busy week. Not gonna lie, guys, man. It's been crazy. But first off, I want to give a shout out to a Toronto rapper named DJ Mian, who is releasing a song called Pandemic. I saw this on the gram the other day. He made like a trailer or a hype video about the song, and it's getting me all like hyped up for the song. So when it comes out, whenever it does, that's gonna be pretty crazy. I can't wait. Um, Damn. All right, we'll play this, man. Like this is so sick. Can't wait for this song to leak.
Joining us, health officials in every province have confirmed cases of the highly transmissible COVID-19 variant
is beginning to spread through Indigenous communities across Canada. They were largely shielded from COVID-19.
COVID-19.
It's actually pretty cool.
In the mix with Beat of the North, featuring DJ Mian.
Pandemic. Good evening, and thank you for.
That's all it has right now, but man, I gotta give you a shout out, DJ Mian. I think that song's gonna be pretty fire. I can't wait for it. So uh yeah, that's gonna be pretty sick. Can't wait, man. That's some good shit in the Toronto rap game there. So yeah, man. Well, good for you again. Shout out to you. Give you a shout out on the show, man. Hopefully you see this. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So oh, this one again, this is kind of more going into sports now, but um did you guys hear, for the hockey fans out there, did you guys hear the smoke bomb that came out of the league a few days ago with Tim Peel? So he got fired the other day. He got removed, fired, whatever you want to call it, for admitting. Sorry, very thirsty. Holy shit. For admitting to giving a makeup call. I think it was to Nashville. It was in the Nashville-Detroit game on Tuesday night, and he was caught on the hot mic there saying like, "Oh, I gave him a makeup call because I fucked up on one earlier," or something like that. And yeah, wow, he actually got caught for that, and they actually fired him. Personally, I think again they only fired him because he got caught. That's usually how it goes with any kind of public outrage, I guess, or bad things that happen, like, or corruption that gets exposed in certain areas, certain things. The people that are responsible only get removed when they get caught. So this case, yes, the NHL's been enabling this bullshit for years. This is, even former players came out and were talking about how these makeup calls were happening even back in their day. So this has just been going on like for so long. Man, these refs again, they just abuse their power. I've said that. I remember in one of my other episodes how I started ranting about the refs, and I'm sorry, but like they abuse their power so much. Like they put players on a blacklist, and give them like very very minor calls. They're barely penalties. Like, there's certain players that they do that to. Like that's so bullshit, man. Like that's so wrong. Even there was the two refs last year. It was Garrett Rank and Dean Morton. They told Brendan Gallagher to go fuck himself or something after a game. It was a Habs and Stars game, and it went to overtime, and there was a bad call in the overtime, and Gallagher was just arguing, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. And yeah, they told him like to fuck off or go fuck himself or something. I'm like, that's such an abuse of power. Like, I'm sorry, but um this shit happens all over the league, and I'm sorry, but the NHL really has to like really reevaluate their officials, reevaluate their officials. It's been a joke for so long. The last couple of seasons have been very very bad. Um, yeah, there's just so many bad refs out there, like Chris Lee, and then those two goofballs. Even Tim Peel is one of the worst ones. There's Francois Saint Laurent, who's really bad too. A lot of people don't like him. Mick Magoo, I think he passed away, but God rest his soul. But let me make sure. I'm pretty sure he was. I think he passed away last year during COVID. Oh, he died in 2018, but he, again, God rest his soul, but he wasn't really a great ref either. Um, you know, it's just, I don't know. These they got to really reevaluate what they do with these refs, man. It's getting out of hand and it's costing teams games. Again, they're trying to make the game about themselves. It's just, again, been going on for too long. Even former players are coming out from, like, that played when I was a kid, when I was growing up, and they're saying how these makeup calls have been going on for years. And I've kind of noticed it too sometimes. Like, the ref makes a bad call on I again, just watching Habs games all my life. I've seen, like, like the other team gets like a bad call, it was barely a penalty, and then they give the Habs a penalty for, it's a stupid penalty as a makeup call, or vice versa, right? Like, either the Habs get a bad penalty. Like, it's not okay. Like, it doesn't matter what the team is, it's not okay. Like, it's not cool. It should just, they don't care though. I mean, uh, they don't care though. The NHL doesn't care. They don't care. They only fired Tim Peel here because, one, he was retiring at the end of the season, so they don't really have to pay him. I mean, he's probably gonna get his pension and whatever else he's entitled to, but it's not much of a payout. And again, because he was gonna retire at the end of the year anyway, so they're like, what the fuck? Who cares? This is actually a perfect opportunity, right? So again, NHL, wake up, man! Like, you really got to start fucking doing something about these refs. I saw on Twitter this morning there was a ref that was literally arguing with a player and was literally covering his wire like this while he was arguing with the player. So what does that tell you? There's some sketchy shit going on. I'm telling you, maybe this league is fixed. I've been thinking this for a lot since for years. I've been saying this league is fixed. Like, with how these refs, like, how handle these games and how they treat, like, they blacklist certain players. Like, I'm telling you, this might be proof, and yeah, this might be proof that it is a fixed league. I don't know, man. All around, I remember even back then, I think it was Colin Campbell, said to, like, I think Boston's GM at the time, I think it was Peter Chiarelli, it might have been Chiarelli, about the Savard hit, and he said how is, like, basically they didn't do anything about it because Savard got hit. It was the Matt Cook on Savard hit, to make that clear. And basically Colin Campbell said, like, oh, we sell rivalries and this is how it is. So basically, shut up. Like, I'm telling you, this league is a fucking mafia. Well, they all are. They all are. But the NHL slowly starting to get exposed, and I'm actually liking it. And then they wonder why they can never compete against the other big four. I even heard somebody say, like, that UFC is even bigger than the NHL in America, and that's sadly, yeah, it's true. Like, the NHL is literally at the bottom of the list now when it comes to, like, the American sports market. It's because Bettman's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's been trying so hard since he's been there to, like, Americanize the game, and it's not working. I mean, he's grown the game a little bit, I will say. Like, there is, like, created some markets that have benefited from it, but at the same time, it's like why are the Arizona Coyotes still there? He's just trying so hard to keep them there. Like, put the team in Quebec City. Like, they should be getting a team. Um, Fucking, what's another one? Was why were the Atlanta Thrashers put in the 2000 expansion, or was it 2000? Whatever it was. Why were they put in the expansion? Fucking teams. Like, why? The Atlanta Flames didn't work in the 70s. Why would you put a team in the same market 30 years later? Nothing's going to change. If the team, they don't like hockey, they don't like hockey. It is what it is. Like, it's just stupid things like that. Like, yeah, Minnesota was successful. I mean, that's always been a successful hockey market. I mean, they call it the state of hockey down there. But I don't know, man. This league is like, Batman's really got to go. I mean, you can't fire him because he's a commissioner. Obviously, you can't. He's like a dictator. He's only like that's like the way these commissioners run the leagues. It's like a dictatorship. It's like they can't get fired or voted out. It's like it's only if they decide to step down. Like, that is some bullshit. The NHL needs a new face, man, to, like, really kind of bring the competition up and, like stop this, like, like, hockey bot bullshit. Like, make the players have, like, let the players, like, have their personalities like the rest of the league does. Less of, like, the NFL, the NBA. The MLB two is another one where they're they don't really like the players having personalities. But it's starting to slowly change, which is good. The NHL is they're all hockey bots. If you watch these fucking interviews, they're just, oh yeah, just put the pucks in deep. Yeah, just gotta stick to the game plan. Just keep on pushing the third, get more scoring chances. Yeah, go team. Like it's the same fucking thing every time. Like, dude, like at least like these NBA players and like everybody else, like, dude, they actually like speak straight up about things. They don't just talk like a fucking, oh yeah, just gotta shoot the ball more in, gotta grab those offensive rebounds and yeah, I gotta trust coach there and yeah, go team. Like, no, like if they're playing like shit, like bro, like the player, like I've seen Kyle Lowry say it so many times and they're like playing like ass. You'll be like, you're like, we literally played like shit. Like I've seen them be straight up like that. And it's not frowned upon, but it's frowned upon in hockey. So they got to make a culture change in that sense. They need somebody younger running this league that's going to let the players be who they want to be, and that's it. And that's if the league if the NHL really does want to compete with the rest of the big four or whoever else, like bro, got to let these players be, man. You got to let these players be like, that they have their own branding. They can control their own branding. They don't have to all be hockey bots. So let them be who they want to be and who they are, and that's it. So, and another thing is too why PK Subban isn't, very liked around the NHL, by a lot of these like dinosaur, like boomer, like hockey people, because again, he's a player with personality and he just, he's fun, and they don't like that. They don't like that he's fun. I personally, again, PK played for my Habs, and I still love him to this day, man. He's great. Like he's just great for the game of hockey. I don't care what anybody says. PK Subban has actually been a good advocate of growing hockey, and especially when he went to Nashville and even his days in Montreal, he was getting some exposure in the States and like he was getting clout and shit. Like, dude, you need guys like that in the league. You need guys like that to grow the game. So uh, speaking of growing the game, this is kind of a feel-good moment for hockey. I saw again. Shout out to the Ontario Reign, man, in the American Hockey League. Some good stuff, man. What they did here. On March 21st, which was this past Sunday, they were the first team to have a line with three like forward line with three black players like on it. That's pretty cool, since the 1940s, I think there was a league with black players back then. That was the last time they had that. But the line consisted of Devontae Smith-Pelly, Quinton Byfield, and Akil Thomas. First off, I want to say that's like a fantastic line. Um, it's great for the game with like the having them together, but also I mean in terms of like the sport wise, like in terms of the game, it's great too. Like I mean that's a perfect line. Got a little bit of grit. Devontae Smith-Pelly, who's always been a guy with a lot of grit. A little bit of size, but he's a gritty player. He likes getting those dirty areas. He's physical. Quinton Byfield's a big physical center who can score, and then you got Akil Thomas, who's a quick on his feet, great hands, like all skill kind of guy. Again, that's like the perfect line. That is the perfect line. That is all like most coaches today would die for like a line like that. That's amazing. No, but again, that's some feel good stuff there. It was history was made, and again, shout out to the Ontario Reign. That was a great thing. That was pretty cool what you guys did. I hope they keep that line together. Hopefully they're producing. I haven't checked the stats, but yeah, it's cool. Again, it's a great combination of three different types of players. And again, it's size, grit, and skill. That's like most coaches would die for that on a line. So that's absolutely perfect. So yeah, man, that's some good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Ontario Reign. Yeah, so yesterday again was a NBA trade deadline. Man, there's a lot. There was like again, wasn't a lot of trades. Oh, excuse me, I just farted there. Ooh, felt good. But there was like 11 trades. Wasn't a lot, but there was a few big ones. There's a few big ones that were. I know the Raptors. Again, the Raptors traded Terrence Davis, Matt Thomas, and Norman Powell. So Norman Powell went to. Sorry, so the Raptors traded Terrence Davis to the Kings for a second round pick. That's not bad. Hey, you get a draft pick. That's not bad. Yeah, Trailblazers add Powell. So Norman Powell, and then we got Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. Gary Trent Jr. is good. Rodney Hood's not bad too. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, these are what else? Where's the third one? Trade Davis. There was Matt Thomas, I think. Man, I can't remember where he went. I can't find it here, but I know Matt Thomas got traded too. And then there was like the Nuggets got Aaron Gordon. That was one of the bigger trades. Victor Oladipo went to the Rockets. The Celtics got Evan Fournier from the Magic. The Magic just blew it up at a freaking yard sale yesterday. Mavericks get Redick and Melly from JJ Redick. Yeah, he's good. It's a good trade for them. Nicolo Melli, Italian boy. Pelicans get James Johnson, Wes Iwundu. Oh my God, I'm horrible with names. 2021 second round pick and cash considerations. Oh yeah, Rondo got traded to the Clippers. That's a weird one. Played for the Lakers last year, wins a chip, and then now he's going back to LA but playing for the Clippers. For Lou Williams, I mean, Lou Williams was kind of the odd man out there with how things were going down there. Man. Fucking crazy, man. There was that big trade the Bulls made with Nikola Vucevic to Chicago. Yeah, there was that big trade too. Yeah. Oh, DeLon. This one was kind of cool. DeLon Wright gets traded to Sacramento for Corey Joseph. And DeLon Wright and Corey Joseph were teammates on the Raptors, so that's pretty cool. Two former teammates getting traded for each other. Found that to be kind of cool. Oh yeah, the George Hill trade. Oh, the Knicks got fucking huge package. George Hill and Ignas Brazdeikis. Yeah, 2 second-round picks. Wow. Yeah, Tony Bradley and Austin Rivers to the Thunder. Oh, it's like a 3-team trade. That's crazy. Where's that Matt Thomas trade? I'm fucking trying to figure that out. PJ Tucker, that was last week. Oh yeah, Nikola Vucevic and Al-Farouq Aminu for Wendell Carter, Otto Porter, and 2 first-round picks. Wow, the Magic. I think the Magic really. I know they were sellers, but the Magic really were the winners in the trade deadline. The Magic and the Raptors, they're both sellers, but they both got good returns for those players. I know a lot of the social justice warrior Raptors fans are happy that Davis goes traded because I know he had that domestic abuse or assault charges in the offseason. Yeah, I bet I know they were happy. I saw Twitter's reaction was like, "Oh, I can't believe the wife beater's gone." I'm like, "Oh man, all right, okay." So yeah, I know the Raptors got good return for those players. I mean, again, Masai just working his magic like usual. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like a little bit worried about that one because I don't think he still has a contract. I don't think he's been signed yet, and I don't know what the future of this team. I don't know what's going on with this team. They're really declining. But again, I was saying earlier, I think I was talking to my brother about this yesterday. Is honestly, I think this is kind of a throwaway year for the Raptors because of COVID and they're not in Toronto and there's no fans in the game. They play better when the fans are there. Obviously, every team does, I think. But yeah, man, it's just give them. I think next year, hopefully things go back to normal next year, and they get to actually play in the Scotiabank Arena, Scotiabank Center. I don't fucking know. Same shit. I still call it the Air Canada Center. They still get to play at the ACC, hopefully, and the fans will be in the stadium. Like I hope so. Hopefully everyone's vaccinated, I guess, and yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's tough. Like I've been saying maybe they should go into a rebuild for like, a couple of months now, but it's tough, man. Like they still have some good players on that team. They have some good players in the farm. It's a good roster. I mean, you got Chris Boucher, you got Van Vliet. Yeah, and you got Micaiah Flynn. Like there's still good players on this team. I think maybe they just need to tank this year. Again, they're not going to be that great this year. Get a high pick and just try and, you know, build off that too. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes next year. I think maybe if they still suck next year, if things are back to normal, then yeah, maybe start rebuild. Think about rebuilding, keeping Van Vliet, Mackay Flynn, whoever you draft this year, Chris Boucher. Build around them. I'm sorry, Siakam's got to go. He's garbage. He's been playing like garbage. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're being paid to like be a number one player, and you're not playing like it. You've missed I think like 5 potential game winning shots this year. Even if you get 2 or 3 of them, like that's okay. Like fuck, dude. Like it's just not happening with him. I don't know. It's just bubble. Hopefully, again, I don't want to trade him right away. Maybe if they play some games in Toronto next year and they're back at home with fans, he might play better. I hope so. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, um, I saw this early this morning, actually. I kind of wanted to talk about this. I kind of stole this content. Kind of, not really, but maybe. I don't know. This is a good discussion. So, who is the best Toronto Raptor of all time out of these six? 6 choices are Kawhi Leonard, Vince Carter, Kyle Lowry, Chris Bosh, DeMar DeRozan, and Tracy McGrady. So I'll give you my list. Vince is obviously number one. I'll go into that in a minute. So Vince Carter's 1, Kawhi is 2. Some people may not agree with that, but again, I'll go into my reasoning into it in a second. So don't freak out. Lowry is 3, DeMar 4, Chris Bosh 5, and Tracy McGrady 6. So first off, I'm gonna say why Chris Bosh. God, he was a sellout. We'll go into that after. But Vince Carter, honestly, I'd say he's the best of all time in Toronto because again, he created what the team is now. He created this, like the whole We the North thing. I mean, he wasn't that the We the North thing didn't exist back then, but the whole like culture, the basketball culture in this country was all because of Vince Carter. It just he put Canada on the basketball map. He put the Raptors on the world stage. Gave them a little bit of respect around the basketball world. There's even a lot of former players that are American, like American-born former players that are like, yeah, I was a big Raptors fan growing up because of Vince Carter. And they're like, I think it was Kevin Durant was one of them. He said, yeah, I like the Raptors growing up because of Vince Carter, and I loved watching Vince Carter. Like, again, you get that respect from the players from they're not even in the country in Canada, and they're respecting them like that. Like a lot of the Canadian players that are coming out of Canada right now, that are playing in the NBA, they're the ones saying, yeah, Vince Carter was my idol growing up. Like, and you see what I mean? He created a culture like no other, and he created almost like a revolution, man. Like, he created a revolution for Canadian basketball. I know, again, the way it ended, he was kind of a sellout in some ways because of the way he ended there. He didn't want to be there anymore. He gave up on the team. I understand that, but think about it. We don't have 2019 if Vince Carter's not there to play on this team in the past. Like to pave the way for that 2019 team. Because I'm telling you, if there's no Vince Carter and the year 2000, he won the dunk contest with the iconic "It's over, baby," that whole. If it wasn't for a hit like that, like there would be no Toronto Raptors anymore. They'd be like the Vancouver Grizzlies. It would be an all-American league again, and we'd be kind of Canadian basketball fans would be looking on the outside in, right? So no, I tell you that he 100% is the Toronto Raptors GOAT. I know the way it ended was really bad, and the fans we hated him for a long time for that, like very very long time. Raptors fans like despised him, but you know what? Look where this team now is just so successful in so many ways. It's honestly, I think I think the Raptors are bigger than like the Toronto Maple Leafs in Toronto. They are. They seriously are. The Raptors just have they just created such a like revolution. It's unreal. It's awesome though. It's good for Canadian basketball. So, okay, I'm going Kawhi 2. I'll say Kawhi number 2 because again, He carried the team on his back in 2019. Excuse me. Sorry, 2018-19 season. The whole year he played so great. And again, he got us our only chip, our one and only chip, and it was him that he carried the team on his back through the whole playoffs, and everybody saw he won the Finals MVP, like you name it. Like it was just Kawhi mania in 2018-19, especially during the playoffs and when they won. It was just Kawhi mania, like Beatles mania. It was like Kawhi mania. Um, I'm telling you, he brought us the chip, so I still put him number 2. Maybe people don't agree with that because he only played there for 1 year. But dude, all it took was 1 year. It only took 1 year. I say number 3, Lowry, because again, just he's now the number 1, holds the franchise record for points, and just he's again brought the chip, stayed loyal, went through all the bullshit with the team, from the losing and the shitty play, and he's just been like an iconic player for the team. I still think Kawhi number 2 over him because of how well he played in the playoffs and just like just how the season played. It was all Kawhi. Well, not all Kawhi, but mainly Kawhi. Lowry again 3 because again his loyalty. He's been basically the captain and the leader of this team for almost a decade now, and just I'm happy they didn't trade him the other day. By the way, I was kind of sad to just the thought of it. I'm happy he's back. He's 35 now, so he's getting older in age, but yeah, hopefully he stays maybe, or I don't know, maybe they give him a chance next year to go to another team maybe. Yeah, I know Kyle's definitely number 3 just for everything he's done for this franchise and how loyal he's been, and he just loves being a Toronto Raptor, like no other player will. And yeah, man. DeMar, I'd say, is number 4. DeMar DeRozan, I'm going at 4. DeMar, again, was just like Kyle. They were both really loyal together on the team. They had some success with DeMar. They had the 1 year they went to the conference finals, but they lost to Cleveland. Nobody was beating LeBron that year, though, to be honest, man. He was just on a mission that year when Cleveland won that first chip with him. Man, oh man, that was unbelievable. Again, I'm not a Cleveland fan, but I was actually pretty happy to see LeBron win that title for Cleveland, for his hometown. But anyways, I don't go off topic. But yeah, DeMar number 4 because again the same type of thing. He was the franchise leader in points before he left Toronto. Again, just he had the one season. I think it was 2017 or something. He had that MVP season. I still remember that dunk, that poster dunk he did on the Pistons. I'm getting chills just thinking about it right now. When he carried the ball from his end got the defensive rebound, carried the ball, and just the monster dunk. Oh, it still gives me chills, man. Oh, gives me chills. Again, just he wore his heart on his sleeve, and I honestly felt really sad for him when he got traded. When the big trade happened when they got Kawhi. Again, he put his. I felt bad for him after the Raptors won too, because again he tried every year to win, and it just wasn't good enough. And yeah, he just then Kawhi's there for 1 year and gets them a chip. I just felt so bad for him. It was a risky trade, obviously. We didn't know how it was gonna pan out. There was even rumors that Kawhi was gonna hold out before the season started. But obviously that didn't happen. He just, I don't think Kawhi really wanted to be there, but he had a good attitude about it. He's like, you know what? I may not be here for long, but I'm here to win, and that's it. And he even texted Kyle Lowry when he got there. He's like, let's do something special. And they did do something special. They won the NBA championship together, and it was just an amazing year. And yeah, life was so great back then, man, when the Raptors won. 2019. I always say it, man. Take me back to 2019, June 2019, when the Raptors won the NBA championship. That was one of the best times of my life, honestly. Just, man, just wow. I still think about it a couple times a week. I just think man, life was crazy, so lit back then, before COVID and everything. Everyone was so happy with the Raptors winning, and the city was on a whole different vibe. But yeah. Yeah, DeMar definitely have 4. Again, his loyalty, and he did so much for this team too. He brought them upper more, and he again hit Kyle and DeMar have both Um, we put some respect on Toronto's name around the league too. They've definitely helped too, just like Vince Carter. Vince Carter kind of paved the way for this future with DeMar and Kyle. So yeah, going forward with DeMar, I'm going 5 Chris Bosh. Honestly, like I liked Bosh back then when he played with Toronto, but he didn't really do much for the team. And like yeah, again, he was also a franchise leader in points. Like, but again, they had nobody else back then. It was literally just him. He just again he gave up on the team. He sold out. He was a sellout. He was a sellout in all the terms. He sold out the Raptors and just dick hops the Miami Heat. Um, yeah. Not really crazy about him. I liked him, but I didn't love him. I liked watching him play, but now I just think about it, it's like, yeah, he had some good seasons. He didn't bring them anywhere. So, I mean, he was like again, he was the franchise player. He was a high draft pick at the time, but he just gave up on the team. Again, he's a sellout. He just dick hopped. Like at least, hey, when Vince Carter left, he went to the New Jersey Nets, but they weren't like he didn't just leave Toronto to go to a super team, right? Like yeah, the Nets were good, but they weren't like a super team like Miami was with LeBron and Wade and with Bosh and so yeah, he's more at the bottom of the list. Still did a lot for the team though. Don't get me wrong. Again, kind of carried more of that basketball culture, but um, yeah, I don't know. He's more at the bottom of my list, and obviously number 6, the last option, T Mac. He wasn't there really long enough to really be substantial there. Like he did have some good seasons, but he wasn't there long enough. So he's more at the bottom of the list. He was not really known. He's also not very known for his days with the Raptors too. Everyone knows him more for when he was with Houston and Orlando, but not really with Toronto. He was kind of like, yeah, no one really remembers that. So yeah, that's my list. If you guys want to put your list in the comment section, put it down. We can have conversations and maybe some debates, some friendly debates. But yeah, so Vince, Kawhi, Lowry, DeMar, Bosh, and T Mac. That's my that's my order. That's my order for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's still again Vince Carter. He created something huge for this country. Doesn't no other way to say it. And again, 2019 doesn't happen without Vince Carter being there in the first place. I'm telling you. Either again the Raptors would not be a team anymore, or they're just a basement team every year, like the Charlotte fucking Bobcats back then. You know, same shit. It would be the same shit. So either or. But okay, we'll go on to one more topic here because it's getting late here. But this was not really sports related, but this is kind of cool actually. I found this to be kind of a cool thing. But Elon Musk is apparently proved that you can now buy Tesla in Bitcoin now. So basically, he's approved the sales of Tesla by using the Bitcoin currency. I find that to be kind of cool, man. Like, I mean, I had a friend of mine tell me this morning that you can buy like a Lamborghini with Bitcoin now. Like, they're kind of making it more accessible in that way. But man, Bitcoin really is the future, though. Bitcoin is the future. There's just no other way. Bitcoin is the future, guys. Cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, all of them. It's all the future, man. It's risky though. Bitcoin is super risky. Super, super risky. Very volatile. I was talking to my dad actually before I came on here. He was saying how it's really very, very, very volatile. So again, it might it's one of those things too. I think about like it is going to be the future, but man, it's so like Bitcoin is so volatile. Like I think last month I think in February, yeah, February, like late January, I think Bitcoin, like there was one day where Bitcoin had a really bad day and it went down like $10,000 in like one day. And I was like, holy Lord, that is just wow. I was like mind boggled by that. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's so risky. Like I want to invest in it, but it's just fuck, dude. First off, you gotta have money. And again, Bitcoin is one of those things too where you don't want it to be like your maybe I don't know if this could be wrong. I could be wrong. This is just the kind of the vibe that I get. But a lot of rich guys invest in Bitcoin because they have fucking money to blow, right? There's some really rich guys who are like, yeah, I got like, a couple, maybe $2-3 million. I can invest in this, and if I lose it, it doesn't hurt me, right? So just like Elon, right? Elon invested a lot in Bitcoin and Dogecoin, and yeah, he's just again $3 million is like $10 to him. So okay, maybe like $100, but again, that's still not a lot of money for him, right? So he can afford to invest that kind of money into those cryptocurrencies. I'm telling you, cryptocurrencies is going to take over, man. It's really going to take over this world. There's just no other way to say it. I truly think Elon is the GOAT, though. Elon Musk truly is the GOAT. He he's just doing so many things for this world now. Like, he's trying to fly us to Mars. I think he's trying to like fix climate change with like his technology, for one thing I heard. He's created such a great with his car, right? Like, I mean, that's an example. Tesla, being an electric car. Um, it's again that's helping the environment. It's fixing the environment. So he's helping, contribute to the whole climate change thing. Less gas, less fossil fuels, and more electricity, more power, better for the environment. But yeah, no, even again he's yeah, it's not like with his what's his fucking company called again? The space company. Fuck. Seeing how he's going to Mars, but SpaceX, that's right. That's the other company he owns. He's got Tesla, SpaceX. That's it. Yeah, no, he honestly, man, Elon, I keep on tweeting at you, bro. I keep on tweeting at Elon Musk, like, bro, when you were going to Mars, like when you were flying to Mars, please let the world know, because I think I'm gonna join you. I'm so sick of this shithole world. I'm so sick of it, and I think a lot of people are. So, bro, hit up Elon Musk, bro. Hit up your boy when you're ready to go to Mars, because I'm so down to start a new life on there. I'm so down for that. I'm so sick of this planet. It's so fucked in so many ways. Everyone's fucked, man. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna cap it off for today. Again, thanks for joining us, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You know the whole bit. Um, yeah. So again, if you guys want to have your conversations about who the best Raptors of all time are, put them down in the comment section below. You know how it goes. If you do, if you don't, that's fine too. It's totally your choice, your prerogative. So, anyways, guys, this is Adrian here. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. This is Project 24, and we're signing off.